The Adventures of Captain Jack. For many years, a sailor, explorer, diver, has lived a life of excitement and daring. Romance and adventure have carried him to the four corners of the earth. Now, well along in years, Captain Jack has decided to try a calmer existence and is now keeper of the zoo. He lives in the past, however, and hardly a day will pass that he is not reminded of something that recalls one of his thrilling adventures. And nothing pleases him more than to tell the story, particularly to children, who are his greatest joy. Many are the stories he has told them of his adventures, and they love him dearly. As we find Captain Jack today, he's seated outside the zoo, and as usual is entertaining a group of children. In the distance, music from the circus grounds can be heard. He's been telling the children about animal and circus life, and they all sit spellbound. Let's listen as Captain Jack continues.
Yes, sir, I tell you children, there's nothing like a good old circus to give you a thrill. Why, when Captain Jack was your age, why, he used to crawl under the canvas to see the circus. 'Cause why? Because I didn't have the money to pay for a ticket. But now, just a minute. Don't any of you try it. Understand? 'Cause, children, it ain't the honest thing to do. But for the benefit of some of you youngsters who've never seen a circus, you just come along with me now. I'll take you all through the zoo and show you my animals. Oh, they're just like the ones you see in the circus, so come on now. Come on, we'll have some fun. Yes, sir? Well, there they are. Go on in. Go on, children. There, look at them. Ain't they beautiful? No, Tony, here. That ain't nice. You must never tease animals. You don't like to be teased, and neither do they. And when you're in a zoo, I want to tell you something else, children. Never get too close to the cages. Always remember that. Oh, quiet, Nero, quiet. Look at that old lion. Look at him. He likes to be heard. He looks ferocious, but he's not near as bad as he looks, children. See over there? See those tigers and the leopards? Come over here, children. Oh, say, look in that big cage there. Look at that old monster. You know what it is? It's a rhinoceros. And that's the only way I ever want to see one of those fellers. Just like he is now in a cage. I guess Captain Jack never told you about the time that one of those rhinos almost got him. It was way off in the middle of Africa, in the jungle, down by the White Nile. Yes, sir. It brings back to my mind things like mosquitoes, fever, big cats, hunger, thirst, mutinous porters, and 100 other things that might cause death. A little feller named Bobby was with me in Africa. His parents had both passed away, so I adopted him. My, but he was a fine lad. Gosh, I thought as much of him as if he was my own son. Oh, but yes, you're waiting to hear the story, huh? Well, it's a story I know that you're all going to like, children. You know why? 'Cause way out there in the middle of Africa, there was a beautiful little blonde woman, daughter of the English consul. She was just like you, Shirley, only she was growed up. And she was in terrible danger. Well, sir, one day, she and an Englishman who had come to Africa to take pictures of animal life strayed too far from the camp, and she was captured by hostile natives. Yes, sir, and carried away to their village. And your Captain Jack was hired to try and find the trail and bring her back again. Bobby wanted to go along with me, so I took him. Of course, I was a lot younger then, children. Well, sir, the trail was hard to find because her captors didn't seem to leave one. I hired a bunch of porters and a few natives I knew I could trust, and we started out. The English cameraman wanted to come along and get some pictures on the way. I let him come, poor devil, I wish now I hadn't. Well, sir, we were out just today when our advance scouts reported lions had been sighted. We come to a level spot where the panga wasn't so tall, And there was a great big ant hill, children. Think of it. An ant hill that was as high as a house and as hard as a rock. I guess maybe several billions of ants had made that ant hill. Well, anyhow, Bobby and the natives took spears and went out to drive in the lion so that the cameraman could get some pictures. My gun boy was right by my side in case I had to do some quick shooting, and a native scout was on top of the ant hill to signal to us. Well, we were expecting only a few lions, but imagine our surprise, children, when the native on that ant hill shouted to us that we were being charged upon by a rhinoceros. The cameraman didn't hear what the native on the ant hill had hollered to us, but I knew. I could hear the beast coming, breaking through the panga, and he was coming fast.
Denton, great Scott, man. A rhino is charging us. Here, you gun boy, come back. Bring that... Denton, quick. The cowardly gun boy's taking my gun. Run for it, man. I say give me a hand with the camera. Camera nothing. Come on. Come on, we'll both be killed. Great Scott! He's charging the camera. It's too late. Look out, Denton! Denton, are you badly hurt?
I guess I'm done for. Careful, old fellow. That brute may take it in his head to recharge.
There, take it easy. You're going to be all right. That cowardly gun boy ran away with my gun just when I needed it.
He come back! Rhino, he come back!
There you are, you cowardly rascal. Give me that gun. Give me that gun, quick.
Oh, look, he come back! Well, I tell you, children, I didn't shoot a second too quick. But Captain Jack was a sure shot in those days. He never missed. Well, sir, by the time I'd fixed up the poor Englishman, my head man and Bobby came running up to me. Bobby had something under his arm. He'd been running for a long distance and was breathing hard when he spoke.
Captain Jack. Captain, about a mile ahead we found the trail of the lions. The trail led us through some marsh, didn't it, Tabo?
Oh, Mongola.
Well, what about it?
In marsh, we see footprints. Many footprints, master.
Well, what of it? Plenty of hostile natives in that direction. Yeah, but listen, Captain Jack. One footprint was small, very small. We found the print of a shoe in the marsh. We followed the trail, and we found these. Well, why, it's the heel of a boot. A woman's boot. And this is her handkerchief and powder puff inside. Bobby, that's the very thing we've been praying for. Good work, my boy. At last we found the trail. Come on, boys. We found the trail. Well, children, then started a grueling march. My guides were good trailers. We trailed through marshes where elephants and other wild animals lurked. Monkeys chattered, and frightened birds flew high. We had trailed for many hours when my head man, who was in the lead, suddenly stopped and come back to me. Oh, no use go further. Lions. See track in marsh. Girl, she no more. Lion, find her. Oh, how do you know? We're not going to give up, are we, Captain Jack? No, Bobby. No use go on. Lion get girl. Never mind. We're going ahead just the same. Oh, no. Dinka country just head. Scout, maybe. Watch now. And I'll bet that's just exactly where we find the girl, in the Dinka camp. Don't you think so, Captain Jack? Yeah, you may be right, Bobby. All right, come on. We're going to move. No. Dinka bad. Dinka brave warrior. Well, we'll take care of them. We have guns, you know. No. Track fresh. Lion here, close by. Tabu no long time. Lion cannot move without leave. Mark on air. Oh, he's just trying to stall us, Captain Jack. I'll go on ahead and take a look at those tracks. All right, Bobby. Don't go too far ahead, though. He's usually right. You're afraid of the Dinkas, aren't you, Tabu? But we're going ahead. Understand? We're going ahead until we find that girl. So come on, get moving. No, boy, not go on. Dinka warrior. Malapola very bad. We're going ahead just the same, understand? Oh, see, lion, want more posho, lion. Captain Jack! Captain Jack! Bobby, this way, quick! Here, give me that gun! Well, we know Captain Jack is a good shot. But was he quick enough to save Bobby from the lions? Will Captain Jack push on through the treacherous country in an effort to save the consul's daughter? Don't fail to tune in tomorrow to hear another exciting episode in the life of Captain Jack. The Adventures of Captain Jack. And now for another thrilling adventure with Captain Jack. You'll remember this kindly old caretaker of the zoo has traveled all over the world. His life has been filled with adventure and romance. His explorations in Africa have been most exciting and daring. Now an old man, he sought solitude, but still enjoys telling about his adventures. Yes, there he is, seated in his big chair under a large shade tree in front of the zoo. And as usual, a group of children are seated on the ground listening. Captain Jack is speaking. Let's listen.
Well, go on, Bozo. Go on, speak to the children. Go on, speak. That's it. All right, you can get down now. That's it. Here, Bozo. Now, never mind. Now, you just leave Tony alone. That belongs to him. Oh, you don't like to be scolded, eh? All right, Tommy. Give it to him if you want to. That's it. Now, now I guess you'll be quiet for a while. Well, now, let me see. I guess you're anxious for Captain Jack to continue the story he was telling you when he and his friend Bobby set out to rescue the girl who had been captured by natives in Africa. Well, now, let me see. You remember after I killed that rhino that charged us, Bobby and my head man came running up to me with the heel of a woman's boot, which they had found in the marsh. We knew we were on the right trail now, so we started out. My head man stopped us after we'd gone quite a distance and said it was useless to go further, remember? 'Cause why? 'Cause fresh lion tracks were close to the spot where they had found the heel of the boot, and he was sure the lions had overtaken the girl and her captors. Well, Bobby, he was anxious to keep right on going. Yes, sir, he thought my head man was just stalling us because he was afraid of the Dinka warriors. Bobby was quite a distance in advance, remember? When suddenly lions broke through the underbrush and started for him. That's when Captain Jack reached for his gun and he started to shoot.
Bobby, this way, quick! Here, give me that gun, quick! All right, boys, after them! After them! Bobby, come here, quick! Are you all right, Bobby? Yes, I'm all right, Captain Jack. Gosh, I certainly owe my life to you. Gee, that one lion was almost on me when you killed him. You had a narrow escape, my boy. Well, I guess that's the last we'll see of them for a while. You killed 2 of them, Captain Jack. Yes, I know. Gee, but you're a great shot, Captain. Well, I wouldn't be alive today if I were a bad shot, Bobby. Gosh, neither would I. I'm sorry I ran up so far ahead. I know you've warned me not to get that far away from you. Well, it almost cost you your life, my boy. You're young, and you don't seem to know what danger means. But you'll find it'll pay you to take Captain Jack's advice and be just a little bit cautious in this country. Oh, I know that you're right, Captain Jack, and I'm awfully sorry. I'll stick close to you from now on. All right, my boy. Well, we better be on our way. Otabo, tell the rest of the boys to start moving now. Come on, up you men. Trek, trek. And we're not turning back now until we've found that girl.
Well, sir, then we started off again, children, wading through weeds and streams and mosquitoes. Bobby was the cheerful one of our safari. Yes, sir, he whistled. Sometimes he sang. Well, sir, we trudged on and on. Clouds started to gather toward late afternoon, and soon after it started a thunder and lightning. We stopped to pitch our tents because it looked like we were in for something. And we were, children. An electrical storm in Africa is no joke, I can tell you. Lightning was flashing and thunder seemed to rock the heavens as we stopped to make camp.
Yeah, you're right, Tabo. We're in for something, all right. An electrical storm and a bad one. Hurry those boys. Up with those tents, you fellas. You haven't much time to do it either. Come on, hurry up, you men. Hurry up. Gee, I hope it rains, Captain Jack. Maybe it'll cool things off a bit. No, it won't be any cooler, Bobby. It'll be hot as blazes after it rains. Otabo, hurry up with those tents. We're going to have a blow. Gee, the wind is sure coming up all right. Say, Bobby, see the Denton's made comfortable, will you? Get him into one of those tents, quick. He mustn't get wet. Okay, Captain Jack. Hold on to those tents, you boys. The wind will carry them away. Hold on to them, I say. Hold on to those tents.
Well, children, you never saw a worse storm in all of your life. After the wind had stopped, there followed a calmness. A calm so great that it just seemed like the wind had created a vacuum between the sky and the earth. Then came a driving, lashing rain. Yes, sir, the canvas of our tent sagged with the weight of it. We managed to keep the wounded Englishman, Denton, good and dry with blankets, but the rest of us were drenched to the skin. Well, sir, the rain stopped just as sudden as it began, but the heat was awful. The atmosphere was just like being in a Turkish bath. After the storm died down, Tabo came running up to me. He had seen something he figured was mighty bad. Oh, Wano, look, come, bad, very bad.
Yeah, what do you mean, Tabo?
Tabo, see bird come from high in sky. More come, plenty come.
You mean vultures?
Yes, Wano.
Far from here?
No, not far. Close. Come, see.
Oh, yes, I see. Maybe lions still at their kill. The vultures are waiting for them to leave.
No, Wano, no. Lion smell not on air.
Captain Jack, here I am in this tree.
What are you doing up there, Bobby?
Looking through these field glasses. There's something going on over there, Captain Jack. The vultures are starting to light on the bushes, and I can see some kind of spotted beast with sloping hindquarters. They're snarling and snapping at each other.
Yeah, they must be hyenas.
Oh, Fishy wait, food to die. Lion not there.
You better come down, Bobby.
Captain Jack, I think I see what they're after. It's a man. Yes, sir, it's a man. He's tied down to stakes in the ground. It sure is, Captain Jack.
A man, eh? Tabo, quick, my gun. My rifle, quick. We've got to get over there to him, quick. Yeah, you're right, Bobby. There he is. It's a native. He's tied down to stakes, all right. I wonder what's happened here.
He doesn't move, Captain Jack. Hey, look at that big hyena. They see us coming. Gee, but he's a savage-looking beast. Look at him bury his ugly fangs.
Yes, he knows now that he's deprived of his meal, and he's showing his resentment.
Look, he's making for that native anyway. Look! Oh, good shot, Captain Jack. Gosh, that took care of him.
Tabo, get over to that native, quick. Find out what's happened. Help him if you can.
Yes, Guano, quick.
You come with me, Bobby. We'll clean out the rest of these beasts in a hurry. Come on, Bobby. Come on, come
on. Well, children, when our safari trekked on again, we trekked on in silent haste. 'Cause why? Because a native that we had just saved told us a weird story. Yes, sir, a story of cruelty. One that you would hardly believe. We learned from him that we had crossed the spoor of a caravan, that ivory thieves and slave traders were close at hand. Heartless men they were, ruthless characters who stole and killed for a living, and we were close on their heels, perhaps even now being watched by their scouts, and would soon be ambushed. It wasn't a pleasant thing to think about, I can tell you. We had no choice but to go on. Cabo was very cautious now. We all gripped our guns as we pressed on. We had come to a spot where the overhanging foliage was so dense that it practically shut out all the light. A spot where we could easily be ambushed, children. Suddenly, Cabo stopped and held up his hand in a warning gesture.
What is it, Captain Jack? What does he see?
Well, I don't know. I didn't hear anything, Tabo. What is it?
Guano, wait. Oh, see.
Oh, yes, I see. That foliage just ahead of us moved then. Is that what you mean?
Yes, Guano.
Maybe it's the breeze.
I wish you were right, Bobby. But there is no breeze. Some living thing behind that foliage caused it to move. And it's not an animal.
What is it, Captain Jack?
I don't know. But I'm going to find out. You stay here, Bobby. Watch him, Tabo.
Captain Jack, you're not going in there alone. I won't let you.
Bobby, do as I tell you. Hold him, Tabo. I'm going in. Well, and just what will Captain Jack find when he enters that tangled mass of foliage? Can it be the slave traders? Have our friends walked into a trap? Only time will tell. So don't miss the next thrilling episode in the adventures of Captain Jack.